Whew. Okay, shellac is not for the faint of heart, even though everybody says it's the perfect finish, most beautiful finish in the world, blah, blah, blah. It looks nice. It's got that nice butterscotch kind of a look to it, that old look. I love it. I think it's perfect. But if you mix a 2-pound cut and you don't have it going on there just perfectly, it will not gum up, but it'll build up in areas. Like I have some still built up here. What I'm doing is I took a rag with straight denatured alcohol on it. I'm kind of hitting those high spots and it levels them out a bit. So I might hit this neck one more time. I don't know, it looks pretty close. It's hard to tell in the picture. But I mean, I think it's coming out gorgeous. So it's gonna get some 2K clear all the way around it, but that's got that awesome butterscotch look to it. It's great. So that's about as close as she's gonna get. All right, so missed a lot. So I've been working on the guitar, trying to get it done. Got all the back finished. I got it taped up. I have tried to fill all the little grain and whatnot in here. I started going over it with this white vinyl sealer. It was getting it done, but I just was coating. And I said, you know what? I bet I could do it faster. So I grabbed this, started filling all the grain in real smooth. Spread a couple coats of filler primer, let it dry, wiped it all the little dusties off. I did another coat, let it dry, wiped the dusties off. Man, it started filling in so good. So that all dried up, and now you can see a couple little things in there, but that'll buff right out in just a little bit when it dries. So I went ahead and drilled my little pilot holes for my pickups. So we're just letting it dry. I probably hit like 3 or 4 coats of this earlier today, let it dry. Then probably another 2 or 3 coats of that filler primer, let them dry, sanded it off. I put my guitar in this box with a hair dryer and let it kind of hot box for a little bit to set that filler primer. And then I knocked it up down with 400 grit. Then I hit it with this probably 3 more times. So I'm gonna let this dry really well, and then I'm gonna come out here and check on it later on. I mean, that is looking really good. So it's clean, hardly any imperfections. The little bitty things is maybe just like a little overspray, I don't even know. So looking good, looking real good. One little spot right there that I don't like. I'm gonna mess with that little clumpy looking spot. So anyway, but this is where we're at. So stay tuned. Next step will be I'll probably let this sit, and then Thursday, after this is dried really well, we're gonna start hitting it with this bright gold and get some good layers of bright gold on there. And then I'm gonna let it sit till that sucker's fumed off and dry. And after that, I'm gonna hit it with 2K clear. Paint job done, thank God. So let's keep going. All right, it's a Thursday. I got today off of work, so I'm gonna get out here and mess with this guitar, try and get some coats of paint on it. I came out here to the shop, it was 60 degrees. So it's a little lower than 60 when I started, but I fired this big dog up, trying to warm it up in here for paint. So we're almost at 70. So we'll keep going. It's gonna get warmer today, but it's about 40 something degrees outside, but the humidity is less than 60%. So I gotta paint while I can. So anyway, what I'm doing is I had some little high spots on here, some little rough spots. So I've been hitting it with some 1500, just kind of smoothing it out. So I want to give it the best possible surface I can give it. So when I'm done, I want to say I did everything I could do to make this, perfect. So anyway, so we're getting it just smoothed out here. And so I'm just taking this sandpaper, I'm not using a block or anything, I'm just lightly using my hands and just kind of hitting the high spots and going over. If I can hear some smooth versus high, like that's high, that's smooth. So I've already got all this. but I'm gonna hit this real good. So anyway, something I'm just gonna do off camera, and when I come back, what I'm gonna do is set up the guitar right there, and it's gonna be nice and warm. I have the paint, the lacquer, using this bright gold lacquer. So I have that in the house, in the sink, in some plastic bags, and some hot water. So it's sitting there getting right. So it's gonna be spray nice. It's gonna give me some good coverage. I'm gonna try and do what everybody does. Too much. I'm gonna try and spray light coats, light coats. I'm gonna do a light coat. I'm gonna let it get dry. I'm gonna do another light coat. We're gonna let it get dry. And we're gonna try our best to keep trash out of this and to keep it clean and smooth. So that's the goal. So anyway, check back with y'all shortly. All right, I want to try to capture this with some light on it. See if I can hold this and do it at the same time, so you can try and get a feel for how smooth that vinyl sealer got. So it's pretty smooth. This is crappy camera angles, but there you go. It may look a little rough, but I mean, I'm all up on it, so I think that paint's gonna cover that up. So I'm just gonna quit messing with it. So the more I mess with it, the more it's probably gonna get messed up. So I don't see anybody else doing all this stuff. So we're gonna leave this vinyl sealer alone, hit it with some air, and go over here and start painting in just a minute.